Iceman here. So this is DANE, and I know a lot of you guys know about DANE. He has a Twitch, so I'll link his Twitch in the description below. So basically, we're just fixing to get together and talk about some shit coming up with Diablo. Primarily Diablo 2 Resurrected, right, Dane? What do you want to talk about?
Oh, dog. There's so much stuff to get into. I mean, this patch, it's great, right? Don't get me wrong, it's great. But I feel like they're missing the mark with it. I feel like Blizzard doesn't want to go too hard because they're scared they're gonna lose like that group of like Diablo 2 veterans. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
maybe
the
that is what's going on.
purists.
They're afraid of losing the purists, huh?
Yeah,
Do you think
because
that's a
it's
good
just
thing or a bad thing?
I think I think if they do it in balance, I feel like it'd be good. But I feel like if they lose the purists, they're gonna lose so many people. You know what I mean? Like there's people who would rather play the original game in that old busted fucking launcher than turn on D2R.
Excuse me. Dude,
I mean,
that's a
cheers to that
good
one, my friend.
that's a good fucking word though, really. Because I haven't really thought about that. But the thing is, yeah, you're right. The purists are, I think, who kind of who've kept it alive. And the
The
purists are
purists are
probably going to be the only ones who are left after 6 months or a year. You know, these things always fizz out, don't they? When they remaster shit, it's fun for the average player. It's fun for a couple months, but then it fizzles out, and the only ones who are left then are the hardcores and the purists. It seems.
it gets too like enticing, and it gets to the point for me personally. I actually enjoy when it gets like super nitty gritty and shit, but it's like you have to like spend like a good 20 minutes like reading the patch notes if you come back after like a year, just so that you can like understand like what's going on and like the meta and shit. Where like LOD, you can turn it on, and even if it's the game's been out for 20 years, anyone can turn that shit on and know exactly what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, that's true. Man, you weren't around, dog, when this fucking shit began. I remember when I was like a young teenager, man, and there were the patches when they were actually patching this shit. You know how they said it's been 11 years?
I was fucking. When did 1.13C come out?
I don't know, man, but you was
When
young as
did
fuck.
Diablo 2?
But dude, my point is, man, I remember when those patch notes would come out, they'd be long as fuck, right? They'd be
Right,
long
right.
as a toad, and I'd read like every single line, and it was so
Everything.
exciting. Like when the
Right.
rune words and Tristram, but I know it's very controversial when that shit was all introduced. But man, I just loved reading about because we were just so wanting something kind of new and fresh. But I mean,
Right.
that was just my take on it.
So 1.13C came out in 2010. So I was a little duck. I was like 10 years old when that shit came out.
2010, holy fuck. Okay, what changed then? What was that? That was when rune words and Ubers were added.
1.13C, that was when they introduced the token. Uh
That was in 2010.
yeah, that was when they made the fucking token. And that was when they
Holy shit.
made Ubers available too.
Oh god, I thought it was a little bit before that even.
Oh
But
yeah, you're right. 1.11 is when the Ubers were
when
released.
was that? That must have been 2006 or so.
1.11?
Yeah, when was that? You know.
Let's see. 2005.
Hell yeah.
So I was like fucking 5 or 6 years old when the fucking Ubers came out.
Well,
I wasn't even playing Diablo yet.
that's when shit got real. But you're saying you're kind of concerned that they're are they afraid of negatively affecting the hardcore players, or what do you think's going on?
I think they're too scared to move the needle a little bit, personally. I just think that like all the shit they've added, it's good and it's like great changes and shit. Like now you can level as a fucking fire druid and it's good. And you can sort of play endgame with a fire druid and it's good, but it's not gonna beat a fireball sork endgame. It's not.
Well,
So I feel like they just need to move the needle. Don't be afraid to fucking buff something a little bit harder if that means like if it shifts the meta, that's okay.
man, I'm surprised how Fire Golem seems to be complete ass, and so does the
It's
Summon Droid.
it's they're both fucking trash, in my opinion.
Dude, I was
In my
experimenting with the
humble
Droid.
opinion. The
Dude,
Druid, he can't. The Necro can summon what 8 melee warriors and fucking 8
more.
caster little mages.
More. Like 13 of
More.
each, man. It's fucking crazy. And then he
Like
can have
13 of each.
revives.
Right, so he
It's
can
bullshit.
summon, and then a golem too. He could summon like 30 fucking things.
Yep.
And the summon druid, you just gotta sit there with like 3 little fucking wolves, and you gotta spam ravens that don't do like shit for damage. It's
Dude,
fucked.
and what's even worse, man, is how the Necromancer, at least, well, in addition to all those summons that he gets, he can have Corpse Explosion. It wipes out the entire fucking screen. Whereas the Droid doesn't have anything like that. The Droid has to be entirely reliant on the summons. Oh, shit. Looks like Dane went bye-bye for a minute.
My internet's getting its ass fucking kicked right now.
Oh, hold up, man. Do you like to go by Dane or what?
Yeah, I'm cool with Dane.
Because I
Dane's a good
forgot
name
your
for me.
Twitch is a different name.
Dane's a good name. Dane's good.
All right.
Plus, all your viewers know me as Dane.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, that's the name that snatched all the jaws. Like,
Yeah.
I have to go by Dane.
But yeah, man, look at what I was saying about how the
Ah.
Necro's Corpse Explosion to supplement all of his summons, whereas the Droid, they limit him so much without having all his summons out at once, and that's just the beginning of it. But in addition to that, he doesn't have something like Corpse Explosion that you can simply put 20 points in, and it's just crazy OP. Because if he puts 20 points into Armageddon or Hurricane or even NATO, they're just not going to do well on their own without being synergized. I'm almost sure of it. So it's totally unbalanced. You know, the summon droid it's complete garbage compared to a summon necro. I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
Yeah, for me, it's like miles behind. Like
Yeah.
the summon druid is just like it's fucking bad. Like, yeah, they buffed the ravens, and now they do like I've seen people hit upwards of like 2,500 to 3,000 damage.
Yeah, it
But
still
it's
is ass.
nowhere near the. It's nowhere near the fucking summon necro, because the necro can get 13 fucking skeletons, and they swing for 250 damage each. There's all your fucking ravens, and you don't need to recast anything. Nothing for. You don't need to recast the raven. You just sit there, and what your amp damage costs? What, 4 mana or something? The necros. I agree that there should be, a difference between the 2 summoning builds. But if one summoning build is absolute shit, why would I play that over the other one?
I know, man. That's a great point. Well, I'm curious. What do you think should be done with the summon droid? What do you think should be done to maybe bring it up to potentially being maybe endgame viable?
I feel like the summon druid needs to be able to summon more shit. Like, I hate to use the example, and I hate to compare D2R to PD2 because they're so different, and the gameplay is incredible between the two. You get 2 different worlds, right?
Yeah, you do.
But PD2 made it so that you can summon your ravens, and you cast multiple ravens every time you summon it. That was a fucking good change.
Oh, I know.
The ravens got nerfed to 5 hits a piece, and that was, in my opinion, that was fucked up.
What did they hit
Like,
before?
They used to hit like 12 times.
Yeah, why the hell did they limit that? I don't understand why they did that.
I don't get it.
You just got to cast them constantly now, and they suck.
Right. In my opinion, you should have been able to, like, if they kept the hits from 5 to 12, it would be okay. But at this point, you have to just sit there and fucking summon ravens over and over and over. So
dude, it's not worth it. I tried it. It's complete ass.
Right. It's the summon necro. You summon all your shit, and then all you got to do is just fucking cast amp damage.
It's
And then
awesome.
it's
You cast
over.
amp damage, you corpse explode, and the Druid, yeah, you don't have shit like that at your disposal.
Right.
I don't get it, man. I
So
don't know what the fuck they were thinking. I think the person who made that, I think they fucked up or something.
I
They just
think it was
forgot to let all
I
the
think it was a
summons on at
fucking
once.
intern. I think it was an intern, dude. You know, before Blizzard got sold into Microsoft, I think that they were tight on funds, and there was just some little fucking intern in there, and who had never played the game, and they're like, you know what, just do your best.
I feel like an intern would have even done better than that.
Yeah,
It's really weird, man. I wonder if they're going to change that.
I I don't know. I think it would also be good if they personally either let you have more shit out at once. So like, what if you could summon one pack of wolves and the bear?
Oh, of course.
So maybe you go with 8 wolves, or you go with one set of wolves and then you go with the grizzly.
Yeah, I think that's essential.
And kind of in a way where the the necro has the ability to corpse explode. Maybe what if we got like a mini corpse explosion on like the dire wolves that eat the corpses? Like
Oh,
maybe like
hell yeah.
like what if they gave them like 15% of
Oh,
like the corpse that
shit.
they ate?
That would be awesome. It'd be a start, but I mean
Like I feel like
that'd be a good way to go. Yeah, like 15% corpse
I mean
damage or
like
something kind of small, but it'll be still impactful.
feel like yeah, even if you nudge it just a little bit, at least make it somewhat comparable, because the necro, yeah, like his 30 summons are good, but that's not like the main part of the summoning build. At least in the summoning build, you can cast something and it'll wipe, a little area of monsters. The summon druid, it you gotta it's like a fucking melee caster. I feel like that's the best way to put it. It's a melee champ. They can only focus one fucking thing.
Oh shit. Dane's going bye-bye. Well, looks like
Oh,
you're back. Internet's all fucked up.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, dog. It's fine all fucking day before we do this shit.
Oh, really? Maybe it's because it's
Yeah,
Friday. There's a lot of internet usage right now.
traffic and shit.
Well, outside of the summon droid, I mean, how else do you perceive, the 2.4 changes so far?
I think that they completely want to make the druid a casting build, no longer a summoning or a physical build anymore. Did you see what they did to the werewolf and werebear druid?
No, what they do to it?
No,
Oh, there was something fucked up with his
they
attack
fucked it.
speed.
They made the druid's attack speed the shape-shifting attack speed. So
Oh
now
no!
your attack speed is like pretty much fucking capped.
Wait, when you're not even morphed, your attack speed is shitty.
It's the exact same. It like the when you're shapeshifted, it's a
Right.
little bit better, but other than that, it's like the exact same fucking thing.
Well, because werebear's really slow, isn't it? The attacks on werebear.
Well, now werewolf is the same speed. They're both trash. They're
Oh
both
wow!
bad. They tried to
What the
make it so
hell?
that you could like have different build diversity, I guess, and you could like put different weapons on. But
Hmm.
now if his attack speed is the same, then you're just going to use fucking grief. Why would you not? Because it's the most damage.
Do IES items help, like laying of hands and high lords or jewels and stuff?
I watched a video and a druid with 6 shales in his fucking phase blade
Oh yeah.
attacked the same in both forms, and it
Oh
was slow
really?
as fuck. And it was slow as fuck.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, because werebear used to be really fast with a 60s phase blade with all shales.
Yeah, now it's fucking slow.
Oh.
I feel like, especially after they buffed Fire Druid like that, they just are like, they just want to make him a caster,
Oh wow. Yeah, that really sucks.
which
I
is kind of
wonder.
sad.
Well,
Because like Summon Druid's like a D tier build. Like it's pretty close to
oh
like
yeah. Oh yeah,
lowest of
it's
the
a
low.
D
And then
tier.
now Werebear is like also shit.
Oh wow. I didn't realize that. I wonder if that's a mistake.
I know they released a patch on it, and they were like, "No, like we intend to do this. Like this was on purpose to create like more build options." And I was like, "What? It's just gonna make everyone build fucking grief."
Hell yeah. Yeah, I've
It's
been kind of
fucked,
checking out these new areas with 85.
dude. I feel like if they don't buff the areas, then nothing's gonna change. I feel like the main theme with the patch is that you get a lot of new builds that will like help you level easier and like are great for the mid game.
Oh.
Like, but everything else, the meta, I feel like hasn't changed very much except for like maybe a build or two.
Yeah, because what do they have that could potentially be endgame stuff? Well, the Holy Fire Paladin they're saying is really good, right?
I actually think it's not like one of the best builds in the game. I think it's like more like a mid A tier or like high B tier, honestly.
Well, for running areas that like have enough fire units, it's pretty damn fast, isn't it?
Yeah, but like I feel like you don't get the density in there. Like in the Stony Tomb, there's like nothing to kill in
I
there.
noticed that. It's not very dense.
And then like the Chaos Sanctuary, you can't break the fire immune, so it's
Yeah.
fucking slow.
I mean,
I
you
feel
could
like
run
if you're gonna
cows.
dump, but if you dump 9 high runes into any other build, I feel like it'd be all better than that.
So it's not very versatile, the whole Fire Oradin.
I don't think so.
Oh, but it
A
uses
lot of
Dream
people say
too.
it's OP, and I agree it's OP in certain occasions, but as a whole, it takes away like there's like 3 or 4 big areas that you can't farm. Like wave 5, yeah, it takes you a little bit on Bale's wave, but you still get through it. But a blizzard sort can probably teleport there faster and then kill all the waves faster, even with the wave 2 cold immunes. It gets rid of chaos. You have to fucking Infector of Souls, the Venom Lord boss. You have to physical damage him.
Does that build that everyone has made lately, the Fire Oradin build, does that generally use Dual Dream as well?
Don't think so. I've seen it with Dual
All
Dream,
right.
but I feel like it's not up to par with if you ran all Holy Fire.
Yeah,
I think it might
especially
be
if you're doing
good.
above player one, I would think.
It might be good if you ran like a static shiv act, not a static shiv, a static field merc, an Act 3 merc, and you put like Dual Dream on him.
They cast
I feel like
static now. I didn't even know that.
yeah, I think they cast
They
static.
did what they do because that's what they did in PD2. I didn't even look
I
at the mercenary thing.
Do they cast static?
I think. Oh shit, that would be awesome. Let me look.
I'm looking at that shit too. They might. I know
Mercenaries.
the Act 3 merc. Act 3 merc. Yep, lightning. Added static field, charge bolt level
Oh
scaling increased, and increased chance of him casting
no
lightning.
way, dude! That's right from PD2. that's
Dude,
like that's like the
dude,
20th fucking thing from PD2.
that and fucking unbending will. Like, yeah, it's
Dude,
not the same rune word and it doesn't do the same thing, but like it's the like there's no way they didn't fucking take that.
dude, it's one letter off.
It's
They just added a B. It's fucking crazy.
I don't know.
I wonder if
I
that
think
was
it's just a
intentional.
matter of time before I think it's just a matter of time before someone finds out um how to mod D2R and they just fucking port PD2 into it.
Yeah, that could be interesting, huh?
Or some cool mods like D2GA. Did you ever play D2GA?
No, what is that?
No. On LOD, you can log in. It's like just a other multiplayer game, and you can log in. You can set your experience, and there's all the vendors in Act 3, all of the vendors from all the
Oh,
acts,
I
and
think I stepped in there
you'd
one
have
time.
every item in the game to
Yeah.
choose from to like build your character and shit.
You can, is that still active?
Yeah, D2GA is still up.
You could just go on there because I could have made fucking videos with that, man. I should have hit that up more. Someone made mention of that to me on Facebook or something, and I don't think it was you. It was on Facebook, but they told me about it, so I entered it, and yeah, I was like, oh shit. But it was just like everything was at your disposal, right? Did the mercs sold gear? The merchants?
So yeah, so you could like every merchant was dedicated to like a different to like a different class.
I
So
gotta
there'd
try
be
that
like the
out.
Paladin, there'd be like the Paladin merchant, and you can buy Hawes, you can buy Exile, you can buy Last Wish, you can buy all the Paladin specific items.
Oh wow, I gotta check that
Yeah.
out.
It starts you off with like you can type commands and shit to like just gain experience and put it to like whatever level you want. So it'd be, and then you can actually port those characters from LOD into D2R. So it'd be cool to fucking test stuff like that. Like I saw Cooley ported in a did you see that Cooley video where he did the 200 FCR lightning or the Nova Sork?
No, I think I saw the thumbnail of it. I don't think I
He
watched it.
he built the Sork on D2GA and ported it over to D2R.
Wait, it's a 205. Is
It's a,
it
the 200.
two? Oh yeah, the 200 FCR. Well, because
Yeah,
that was kind of a common build, wasn't it? The 200 FCR because they were good for Nova and shit.
in 1.09, Nova was the best cow clear in the game.
Like
I think.
basically, you need to wear Wizard Spike for it, don't you?
No, he wore Ashudas, I think. No, he wore Obsession in that shit. He fucking put Obsession on. And to me, Obsession is one of the many parts of this patch where it actually makes builds viable. Like
Yeah, Obsession looks pretty cool. I
it's
gotta try
actually a
that.
part of the meta. Because yeah, you lose the +1 skill that you normally get from, you know, a Hodo and Spirit, but you don't have to dump all the points into strength for Spirit, so you get an extra like 100 life. And then when you add
Yeah, and
uh
plus you get the maximum life.
yeah, Obsession rolls life. If you
Crazy
roll
amount,
like 25% life
up to
on like a 1200 life
25%.
character,
I know it's pretty cool. I mean, I feel like they maybe should have given it one more skill, or a little
you
bit more
think so?
FCR, a little bit more FCR, or Elemental Pierce, like 10%. I feel like they should have just did a little bit more for it. Maybe one
I
skill
know
would have
what
been too much, but maybe 10 more FCR or a 1 to 10 to all element Pierce.
Yeah. I know what they were doing with it though,
Oh, me
because
too.
they wanted to make it for a Nova Sork, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, maybe you're
Because
right.
Griffin's has 25 FCR, so you get 90 off those two pieces.
Wait,
Because
why would you
otherwise
need
the
this for
five
Nova? Because you
because
could get.
otherwise the 5 FCR on Griffins is useless.
Oh yeah, yeah. But hold on. It's useless because what about if you have Spirit Shield and you
Right.
have Aki? That's an additional
Oh
40.
shit, you're right.
4, 5, 6, 7. That's 75 FCR. That's 10 more FCR than what you get from wearing just the staff.
You'd probably have to drop
Hodo gets 40.
um
I can't remember if
you'd
Aki
probably
has
have
40.
to drop a skill ring, right?
Dude, I don't get it. That's why I feel like they should have added a little bit more FCR to it because you still get better FCR with 35 Spirit. Estudas, you'll have more FCR. Hodo,
Right.
you'll have more FCR. I
And
can't remember if
res.
Aki is 30 or 40 FCR.
I think it's 30. I think Aki's
Might be
30.
30. In which case, it matches it. You know? 35 plus the 30 for 65. So
Right.
it's equivalent to
Right.
it. So I don't. That's why I feel like they should have given it a little bit more FCR.
Yeah, if you're gonna make a rune word that has a fucking, you need 6 sockets on a staff and you need a Zod rune, I feel like it should be better than what it
And
is.
man, I was looking for something different. I was looking to see Sorks all over the place wielding big ass staffs because that's just something we've like never seen before. But it's like the embodiment of the sorceress to wield a staff. In a lot of the art, she's wielding a staff. So I was hoping this thing was going
She's-
to be worth it.
She starts with a fucking staff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
and
but I don't
then
know. You think that this is okay how it is?
I think
You looking
I
at those
think it
stats,
depends.
dog?
Let me fucking pull it up. I I don't know.
The
I
weekend maybe is
think
cool.
I think they're on the right path,
Well, they certainly
absolutely.
are. But I feel like they came short, man. You got to give that thing just a
It
little bit more fucking FCR or some elemental pierce.
I feel like I know it has an ist and a lem, and that's where the gold find and magic find comes from. But couldn't you like switch that shit out for something else? Like if you're playing this build, you don't give a fuck about magic find.
Hold on, dog. Are you for real?
In my opinion. If you're
No.
if you're playing 200 FCR, you don't give a shit about Magic Find. You just want to
Yeah,
kill
okay.
shit.
But they still could have made
So
it have cooler mods regardless of the runes in it.
right, or like buff the stats that are already on there.
That's what I
Like
was saying. I think maybe FCR and
what
Res.
if regen mana was max mana?
15 to 30% max mana.
Yeah.
It might as well be, because I still don't think it'd be anywhere close to being overpowered or anything. Yeah, that might as well be max mana. I know, because
It's
that's like 2
interesting.
points in warmth is all that's really worth.
I don't know. That rune word is probably that one, and Flickering Flame was also a good addition in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too.
What's the other one? Plague. They fucked Plague up the ass.
Oh,
I
I
can't
know.
believe what they did to that fucking thing.
Yeah, I saw you
Swords
said that.
only.
You think that it's really limited how it's just in swords, huh?
Swords only.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And I mentioned that in the video. I think that's bullshit.
Because doesn't this thing just scream assassin?
Oh, yeah. In PD2, I mean, I remember, because it really made for such an item chase, because you were looking for that plain runic talon with 3 sockets, or you could just Larzik it. You were searching for those runic talons, and not only is it a bitch to find a runic talon, but it's especially a chore to find one with adequate skills on it. And what was awesome about this is you could actually have you could have 2, and it wouldn't be that bad of a build.
No,
Because
you get 4 all skills.
Yeah, it gives 1 to 2 all skills, right? Okay, yeah, it gives
Right.
1
So
to
you
2.
could roll 4 on both. You could roll a 34 cleansing aura.
Does that stack?
It would. It'd be like holy fire.
You're sure that would stack?
It'd be like the Dragon Den.
I
I
know.
think. I think it would stack.
Yeah, but that would be awesome. And then of course, you could go for like a max lightning sentry build with
Doesn't
close to it anyway. If you find the runic talon with +3 to lightning sentry, and then you get the 2 to all skills on this, that's 5 to lightning sentry on each claw then.
and 20 IAS on each.
And a lot of really nice mods.
So in both hands combined, you could get 5 to traps and 40 IAS.
I know, it'd be fucking awesome. I can't remember if IS is dependent on just your main hand weapon or what. I feel like it might be just dependent on your main hand.
Isn't cleansing just a better prayer? Doesn't it also regen HP?
I thought it did for a minute, but I don't think it does. Why don't you look it up, man? I know that it well, what's really good about it is that it reduces poison length duration and curse length duration.
It reduces curse length.
Oh yeah. So it's awesome. I'm pretty sure. Do you mind looking it up?
It reduces poison and curse duration for all party members. It doesn't give synergies. The same as having prayer active,
Poison
but without the
curse.
mana cost. So it also gives you prayer aura.
Doesn't?
It says
Yeah, I swear I
it's the
felt like the
same as
life was
having prayer
regenerating faster with it.
active, but without the mana cost. So just to put that into perspective, a level 26, a level 20 cleansing would give you 80% curse duration and poison duration and level 20 prayer.
No, really. Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. And I mean, that's really just the beginning of it. Is yeah, it would be epic on an assassin. But in addition to that, you could put it on whatever type of merc you wanted then. Like if it were all weapons, you could put it on an Act 1 mercenary if for whatever reason you wanted to. Or you could put it on an Act 3 mercenary, which you can already, I guess, because it's a sword. You could put it on an Act 2 mercenary. But I mean, you could experiment like crazy. If you're a barbarian, you could put it in a berserker axe in one hand. And, you know, it just really would open things up. And I don't think it's OP. Because it wasn't in PD2.
Not by any... No, it's a fucking cham rune.
Yeah, we saw it in PD2.
Cham.
It wasn't OP in PD2. But the thing that they did that PD2 didn't do is now it's not 320% to demons, it's 320% enhanced damage. So that's a pretty big...
Oh, is that different?
Yeah, it used to be only demon damage. But even with that, even with that, I don't think it's OP. I don't think it compares. I mean, it doesn't compare to Grief when it comes to pure damage output. And it still doesn't compare to Breath of the Dying or Death because you can't make it an ethereal item. It's quite niche, as Little Ice Boy likes to say. It's quite fucking niche.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just looking at it, a Cham rune in D2R isn't anywhere close to a Vex, I don't think.
In terms of its value,
But yeah,
it might be now, right? Now that this,
it
but
might
then
be
again,
now.
nobody's going to make this shit in a sword, so it's not going to help.
But would you rather have this or a fucking Hodo? Because Hodo gives you a 3 skills guaranteed, and then it gives you 40 FCR. Even if you're playing on an assassin, it still would probably be better than Plague, because you could get $3 skills and 40 alt res.
Yeah, that'd be a tough call on an assassin if you have to wear a shield with the damn thing because you can only make it in a sword. Would you
What if
want
you put
this or
on
Hodo?
what if you put on a fucking you dump a Cham rune into this and it gives you 1 to all skills? It's probably isn't too good, in my opinion, at
Yeah,
least.
you know what? The thing with the assassin, what was awesome about it is you could actually use this with full Natalia's set, and it was fucking awesome. You have
Yeah, it'd
Natalia's in
probably
the
be.
offhand, then you have this in the main hand, and
Does Natalia's pierce defense or is it ignore target defense on here?
it's ITD,
It's
Natalia's
ignore
claw.
target defense in LOD.
Yeah, but if it's on your offhand, or then again, would you put it on your main hand? Yeah, you'd put it on your main hand. That's right. You'd put Natalia's on your main hand, and then you just have Plague on the offhand. So basically, when it's on your offhand, you're pretty much just taking advantage of the all skills of the lower res on when struck and the cleansing. But it was just really, it was awesome having that as some utility. I love that shit. But
Make
yeah,
the
apparently we
quality
just
of
can't do
life
that.
better.
But there was
I don't know.
still potentially, I think, a better end game setup beyond Natalia's even. But yeah, I wish that they let you make this shit and everything.
Right.
Because it
Pattern,
wouldn't be
on the other
overpowered.
hand, pattern, I feel like that's where they changed the early game meta. Pattern is huge.
Oh yeah, this is great. Yeah, it's nice to have these cheap, kind of effective rune words. I think in PD2 season 2 or 3 or whatever, I made 2 of these, and I just thought it was awesome how I had 2 rune words and I wasn't even through normal yet, and I just had
Well,
one in each claw.
right. If you run 2 of these, that's 60% faster block rate. You get 1 point in weapon block, you pretty much never get put into faster hit
Oh
recovery.
hell yeah, yeah, that's
Because
awesome.
weapon block is OP in D2R, right?
I don't know.
I
I
think I think it's a 1 point wonder in D2R.
oh yeah.
I
What
might be
does it do?
mistaken. I don't know.
Apparently it can block spells.
It can block spells. So so if you get hit by like say in the Ancient's Way, you get hit by the bone spear by one of those what are those things? The vipers.
Oh yeah, the vipers. I think it can.
It just blocks it. And then you have 60% faster block rate. You just don't even get put into faster hit recovery.
Dude, can it block spells? I feel like I've heard that somewhere. I
I know
did.
it can in PD2. I don't know
Okay.
about D2R.
I wonder if it can in D2R. But I mean, what else do you think, like in terms of where this shit's all headed? Do you feel like this is overall in a positive direction, or do you think there's just too many criticisms to make on the shit that they've changed?
I think it's overall a good change. Overall. I think they hit the mark, but once they understand that we just want more and we're like giving them the okay to, like really take a risk, take a chance, like buff something that not a lot of people think need to be buffed, like the summon druid. Like the summon druid just needs to get fucking buffed. There's no way around it. It just needs a buff. It's
Yeah, that's for
trash.
sure.
What is that fucking new rune word they made? Wisdom? No one is going to put a fucking pole rune in their helm for that.
You
Nobody.
don't think so?
Because with a pole rune,
Let me look at that
it
shit.
was it was a week 1 into D2R. I remember D2R had just launched. I was the first weekend. And I fucking traded a pole rune for a Raven Frost and a Razor Tail.
Oh, really? Damn,
So there's the cannot be frozen,
that's a
and
worthy
there's the
trade.
33% piercing attack. You're gonna keep Raven Frost forever. In Razor Tail, you're probably gonna keep that for a decent amount of time. The 15 to 25% attack rating could be good, but I can't see myself ever finding a pole rune and the first thing I think is, oh, I'm gonna make wisdom.
Yeah, it's. I wonder who would most benefit off this. I feel like it would be a Javazan
You think so?
because you get the Razor Tail piercing attack. You get 5 mana per kill, which you can get off Silk Weaves, so it's a really nice amount of mana per kill. You get cannot be frozen, and you even get mana leech. I mean, you take advantage of all of these stats. Uh, I
But
feel like I'd be
is
tempted to
that
make it on a Javazan, man, if I found a Paul Rune.
but is that better than a Shaco or a 2-skill circlet and then just paying a pole rune for the Razor Tail?
Yeah, the problem is yeah, you could just wear the Razor Tail, and I think if they made a better belt, then you'd have incentive to wear that over Razor Tail. In which case, you might want to use a helm like this, to make up for your lack in Razor Tail.
Right.
But
That's
I don't know. I feel like I mean, yeah, with a Java-san, right? End game, you want the Griffins. Shaco is
not
it's
bad.
gonna be hard to eclipse those with this helm.
Right. I don't think this is anywhere near an end game helm. Absolutely not.
No, just the
Um,
journey, to get there is all I'm really thinking. And yeah, I'm wondering if it is worth a pull.
because
Because like you
because what
said,
if that rune was like Io, it'd be so much better.
oh shit. No,
Or
they shouldn't
like
do that. Because then
or like
Razor Tail wouldn't be worth shit.
or like Foul or something.
I don't know. Maybe they did get it right with a pull, but maybe they should have made it slightly better. Giving it one to all
Maybe
skills,
like
man. Hell yeah.
maybe like 50% piercing attack or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
maybe a little bit more Pierce.
what if they made this 66% and then you wore this and Razor Tail? You'd have 100% and you could just drop the point in pierce completely.
Yeah, I think if they made this 66%, that I think it would be well worth using a pull for it until you can maybe attain Griffins or something like that.
Right. And it's cannot be frozen, huge mana per kill.
I
It's
mean,
a good
really.
rune word, don't get me wrong, but would I spend a poll on it? Probably not.
Oh, shit. Dude, that 5 mana per kill, though, is so nice. I feel like I'd like to trial and error with that shit. Because then you could free up your boots for something. I don't know, you could
Or travelers.
put on War Travs or Alders or something like that.
War traps give faster run walk.
Yeah, 25, right? And then Alders give 40.
Yeah, I'd pick
I,
Alders
I
in a
love that
heartbeat.
Alder shit. And Alders are very defensive, right? They get 50 life and they get 50 fire res.
Huge stats.
I can't
What
remember
do
what else.
I meant to ask you, what do you think about a flickering flame? I want the Ice Boy opinion on flickering flame.
Well, the problem is I don't have much experience with fire characters. Um, but this would probably be a great Hydra helm. Fuck, it's a Vex rune.
You know what I think is bullshit?
What's that?
Is that the minus enemy fire res once again only applies to casters. Like, yeah, you could
Dude, are
use
you
it on a melee
serious?
build. You could use it on a melee build like an Oradin, absolutely. But when I see this build, or when I see this helm, the build that comes to mind is a trap sin. I would love
Oh,
to use that shit on a fire trap sin, but minus enemy fire res doesn't apply to fucking traps.
yeah. And dude, I know they should. I feel like maybe they should change that. I feel like someone mentioned how that would be too OP if they allowed traps to pierce light res with facets and gear, but I don't know, because then obviously you could use a Griffin's. You could use Phoenix Shield for your Wake of Fire and all that shit. But man,
But can't every other fucking build do that already?
I know every other build can do that, but the thing is,
So
the argument must be that you lay so many traps and it's just so automated. They're saying it'd be like overpowered, but I don't know. I'd be willing to give it a shot. But dude, I read today, I'm almost sure of this. Well, this is just what folks were saying on Reddit or some shit, okay?
Oh, Reddit. Oh no.
I don't think it was. No, it wasn't Reddit. It was something else. It was some blog, dude, and some rando blog. But they were saying that this whole piercing of fire res does apply to your Hydras.
It does.
That's what they said.
That
Do you know that?
True. It is true. That is it.
How
because
did you know
Hydra
that?
counts as. Wait. I feel like it does. I just watched Lucky's stream. Shout out Lucky, by the way. Good YouTuber. Lucky, I think a Hydra counts as a minion, and I want to say a trap also counts as a minion.
Or is it like a pet? But I don't know. Some guy on some rando blog said that your facets and shit apply to Hydra, and if that's the case, Phoenix Shield would be I think that'd be great with a Hydra Sork, and maybe this helm. You know, this helm and Phoenix Shield might be a good addition for a Hydra Sork.
Oh,
it's a lot of pierce.
Shit. Pets autonomously and independently attack enemies while not being under the player's direct control. I'm curious. This website doesn't really say much of it. Sorceress, Hydra. It's got a skills that count as pets, and if it's got a star, that means the summoned pet is not targetable. Okay, so a Hydra counts as a pet. So the minus fire res works on Hydra.
But the traps...
But not on a fucking trap sim, because
Why?
It counts as a minion.
Okay, so there's a difference from a minion and a pet. Oh, a minion is like a mercenary. No. A minion's not
I don't know
mercenary.
where a mercenary doesn't fall under either, because a mercenary can be targeted.
Wait, so there's a difference between a minion and a pet?
Yeah, let me look at this shit.
See, this guy on this random on Diablo2.net, this rando guy says facets work with Hydras. Somebody else says they bet that it works with Hydra.
This is fucking confusing. Pets and fucking this and that, whatever the fuck.
Dude, I thought a pet was the same damn thing as a minion.
I gotta match you there, dog.
Fuck. I mean, it seems like the general consensus from like the 3 or 4 examples that I have is that it is applicable to your Hydra, your facets and shit. This guy has a link.
That's where the difference is, Ice Boy.
Is where
a Hydra, you can't unsummon a Hydra, but you could unsummon a skeleton. So a skeleton counts as a minion, or does it count as a pet? I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah, you're right. You can unsummon it, but what difference does that make? How does that really distinguish? What the fuck? I didn't know there was a difference between a minion and a pet.
And this website doesn't fucking say it. It's bullshit. Pets tend to take pets. Whoa.
Here you go.
I'm falling down the fucking rabbit hole here, dude.
All right, so on JSP forums.
JSP, oh god.
One guy says yes. This is in 2019, and then one guy says nope, and then another guy says they do work.
I'm gonna say
2 versus 1.
I'm gonna say yes, it works.
There's a flag.
I'm gonna say yes. I know it doesn't work on traps because traps count as a minion. But does Hydra count as a minion or a pet? That's probably the main question.
Listen to this shit, man. Some guy wrote this on that JSP. He said, there's a flag that allows minions to use your % mastery / pierce. Hydra has it set on. Almost everything else has it set off. It was specifically added to make Hydra work with fire mastery, as it wouldn't otherwise. So their point is that it does work with Pierce and shit.
It does.
That's what they're saying. I don't know. Holy fuck. Well, dude, I'm saying
I've-
you wear a Phoenix shield with that flickering flame helm.
Minus like
Hell
what,
yeah.
40 fire res or something?
And then you have Aki
Infinity.
with the fire facet.
Right.
That would be godly as fuck.
Hydra has been fucking crazy. Like people have been getting like 6,000 damage per bolt on Hydra.
Dude,
I've seen a lot of fucking people that are Mephisto moat trick, right?
but dog, fuck the damage. If you can pierce it with Phoenix and other shit, it's gonna matter more than that damage, man.
It's gonna be fucking good.
Hell yeah. That'll be some godly as fuck damage, man. Who gives a fuck what the tooltip says? If you pierce that shit.
You know about the moat trick, right?
No, what's that?
You have to know about the fucking moat trick, dog. You have to, right?
Yeah, of course. It's when you moat that motherfucker.
Yeah, Mephisto.
And then you blizzard him or you Hydra him or something.
I'm feeling like Hydra is almost a better fucking moat tricker than Blizzard.
Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Because
You
Blizzard
only gotta
is
aim that shit.
Blizzard is 100-point skill, and Hydra's only 80.
I know, dude. You don't even have to aim that shit.
You could, dude, nothing. You just sit back and chill.
Dude,
I know
Hydra's
that's
awesome.
the Ice Boy play style. You like to sit back and chill.
Dude, I was fucking with it for a minute today. And
The Hydra?
yeah, and it was really good. And I had Phoenix Shield on.
Phoenix, did you try Phoenix with the blades in?
No, I didn't try that with the blades in.
Yeah, because it gives like 400 ED. Some nutty shit like that. It's pretty fucking good.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Like, I think you have to run double angelics on the blade sin unless you run the Act 5 merc. Have you
I haven't
tested
tried the
Act
blade sin
5?
yet. Does
Have
she
you
just
tested the
throw?
Act 5 merc?
What up?
The Act 5 merc. Have you tested him at all?
No. Why? What does it do?
Dude, the battle cry on there. Like, when you summon it, when he casts it, it reduced their defense by like 88%.
What?
Like it's like a fucking conviction aura.
It's that much?
It's
No.
fucking good.
Bullshit. It's
So
not
like,
that much.
so like your
is it?
chance to hit, your chance to hit is just like fucking crazy.
Oh, their defense. Yeah. Not their
Yeah, it
not their
pierces their
physical
defense.
resist. Okay, their defense.
No, yeah, not their phys resist, but their
But hold
fucking
up.
their defense.
Dude, I feel like I saw someone say something along the lines of how that overrides like Decrepify and Amplify Damage Curse. Does it do that?
It would. So
and they
it
say it's
depends on
annoying as
what-
fuck when he constantly is overriding your amp damage and your lower res or whatever you're using. So
It
maybe
is,
he's
but
not useful except for maybe a few builds.
I think it depends what build you play on him.
Yeah, of course.
Because-
But I'm just curious, does it really override that shit? I feel like someone made mention of that.
Yeah, I know in Resurrected you can only have one curse on one fucking thing at a time.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of bullshit in my opinion. Because I know in PD2 you can stack like 2 or 3 or whatever. But I feel like Decrepify, I'd be okay if he casted fucking Decrepify over his battle cry. Because Decrepify will double your damage. So while I might not hit as much, I'll still deal all that
Dude,
fucking damage.
That would be annoying as fuck if it overrides Decrepify.
I don't know. Does it count as
It
a
probably
curse?
performs like ass.
Here's the thing, though. From a logical standpoint, it's not a curse on the Necro skill tree, though.
Oh, I know.
It's a war cry.
I just remember
So
some
can you-
motherfucker said it overrides it.
Do you are you on D2R right now?
No.
Fuck it. Let's fucking get on real quick, and I'll summon a fucking Act 5 merc and load in with a Necro, and let's test it.
I don't know how to get on that bullshit while doing this whole talk thing, man.
God damn. But yeah, I literally just hopped in the game and
The fuck?
summoned any random merc, and it's minus 44% of their damage and minus 88% of their defense.
Can you screen share that bullshit?
Yeah.
Am I able to?
Yeah, there you go.
What the fuck? It's tiny.
All right, while you do that shit, I'm gonna go to the fucking bathroom, dude. This makes me piss.
Static shield.
Look at this shit. Level 19.
Yeah. Weakens enemies by 25%. Massive radius.
Huge fucking radius. His lightning is badass.
Doesn't that suck ass?
I feel like he sucks ass.
I think
don't know.
Dobrunsky made a video on it and he sucks ass.
Does he? I asked Dobrunsky in his stream today if he thought the Necro was Toad. He said yes.
The Necro?
Yeah, he thought the Necro was fucking good. And I was like, are you sure about that, dog?
What build?
He was playing, I mean, of course, he was playing fucking Corpse Explosion.
No, I think the Necro is Toad, but I was just curious what build was he
So
referring
those guys
to.
are fucking lightning immune. What about these guys? Oh shit! He just.
Oh, nice.
You see that? This is in hell, and he just one-shot that fucking that crow.
Hell yeah, he did.
just one-hit that shit.
Well, he got lucky. Is he wearing any gear?
Nothing, and he's just. I mean, yeah, I got my ass.
Oh,
kicked,
no gear.
but he's
Yeah, you
just.
could put Griffin on him, dude.
He's one-shotting shit.
You could put Griffin on him and all that other bullshit.
Like, look at that shit.
Holy
he's
shit.
like these guys are lightning immune or whatever. But
Let's see what he
lightning,
does. It'd be nice if he was smart. Use static on the lightning use.
I mean, he kind of is.
Well, he's just trying to. If he was smart, he'd use static.
And he runs from the enemies, and
Where the fuck is this
he
static?
casts a fuck ton.
Goddamn, use the static though.
There he goes. He's just static them. I feel like this merc might
Like
actually
once.
be fucking good.
What
I don't know,
fuck?
man.
Dude, they need to boost that guy up, man.
They also need to fix this fucking load screen.
Oh, I know.
They gotta fix that shit. They gotta optimize this game a little better. What do the other mercs do? Do they cast like a whole bunch of skills? And shit?
What do the women do? Maybe you should go to Act. Oh, you're looking at these ones. You mean? Yeah, there's like Firebolt.
So that does shit for damage.
130? Are you kidding me? What about Firebolt?
130 damage. 300. Like,
What
that
about
don't do
enchant?
Shit.
Yeah, it's not shit.
The enchant's good because it gives you 300% fucking attack rating.
Yeah,
which is
so you might
huge
want that.
for like a ton of melee builds.
I
The
mean, you
fire
could
guys
have.
are
You could hire the enchant one before you do Ubers.
right, but look at this shit. Like 200 damage? Like what the I'm in hell mode. The fuck am I gonna do with 200 damage?
Right. So yeah, they kind of suck for that.
So the lightning one is fucking far superior.
But still, man, I saw Dobrunsky's video. Looks like it sucks ass. I mean, it has such a minimal damage though, so it averages at like 600 damage.
But the bolts aren't bad because he shoots 24 bolts and they're 50 damage a pop.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
1,000
so they can
damage
shotgun.
right there. That wouldn't be bad.
I mean, I feel like I'd still rather have something like an Act 2 Merc with a aura pull or something.
Does the Act 2 Merc pop do they have jab for their skill or is that only in PD2?
Oh god, I don't know. Let's find out. Oh
They
hell yeah,
do
they
have
do.
jab. They,
They
do
do
have
have
jab.
You know, I thought they actually had jab in Classic. It just didn't showcase it.
I think so.
I thought
But-
they did. Dude, we only got a couple more minutes, bro. Why don't you go to Act 1? Let's check out them women.
Act 1. Check out the Whammon.
I'm wondering.
Hey, yeah.
I'm wondering if those
Give me a-
women are worth a damn.
Hey, if you listen to this point in the video, give me a hell yeah down below. Hell yeah.
Let's see what them broads can do.
So inner sight, I'm kind of sad that they don't put slow missile on her, because slow missile.
Oh, dude, that'll be so good though.
The buffed slow missile would actually be good. I
Dude,
feel.
they're probably worried it'd be OP. Slow missiles.
I mean, yeah,
is really good.
But they
And-
didn't nerf fucking hammered in at all.
Oh, I know. That's weird.
So-
It just pierces a set amount of defense, but then the cold damage is ass. What the
I mean,
hell?
100 cold damage isn't bad because you're looking for the slow
Yeah, it'll
minimum.
slow them.
But freezing arrow, that shit could be good. Like
Yeah.
if you put a mist on her,
It freezes day ass.
because if you put a mist, then it has 100% pierce.
Oh yeah.
So it does 100 damage for every enemy it pierces.
Oh my
through.
god,
So
that's a
if
good
she
point.
shoots into like 6 people, it's like 600 damage.
Dude, you'll be able to
And
cast
it's-
X-ray. They all be frozen. Holy shit.
And it freezes them all for 2 seconds. I feel
That'd be
like it
awesome.
Could be quite good.
What
I don't
about
know,
them
man.
fire skills?
The fire one, she doesn't do shit for damage.
Go to
dog.
the exploding to the right.
130 damage, 140 fucking damage, and in hell mode.
Dude, that's bullshit.
It doesn't do shit.
Oh, and that's it? There's no lightning one? There's just fire and cold, huh?
Just fire and cold. That's it. I feel like it'd be cool if they made like a multi-shot merc or something. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.